Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. Guys, this is your quick tip of the week. So this shower stall has been installed and the shower doors are going to be put back on. Now, the shower doors are for a tub, so they're a little bit short, but the homeowner here is retired and they don't want to spend $1,000 on another set, so I'm going to do a retrofit. Now, these ones are only silicone in, so they're relatively easy to do. So I hope this goes fairly smoothly. So what we'll do now is material and tools. Okay, so this is the materials list. So I have the bottom rail, right and left. I marked them at the top with tape. And then clear silicone. So this is the materials I have here for this unit. And what we'll do now is we'll look at the shower doors itself. These are the shower doors. This specific model has 3 partitions. The mirror is the center partition. You see the tape that says R, so that's the right side. So these shower doors, they run on a rail on the top and it's a press fit to the side. But guys, this is the materials list. So what we'll do now is a tools list. Okay, this is the tools list for this job. So I have my cordless kit. I'll need the grinder to cut down the rails for the shower doors. A 4-foot level, 2 6-inch trigger clamps, my pouch, so hand tools, pencil, measuring tape, marker, knife, screwdrivers, silicone gun for safety equipment, safety glasses, earplugs, and then a couple blocks to push the rails out towards the sides of the showers when it's being siliconed into place. Guys, this is the tools list for this job, so let's reuse these shower doors. Okay, for the bottom rail, I made a mark here, so that's 1.25 inches from the very front. And then I made the same mark on the other side. And that is how far back I want this bottom rail to be inset. And now one thing, because this is a retrofit, I took quite a bit of time to make a nice quarter circle here for the very bottom to get it to fit. The new opening is marginally smaller than the old one, so this all worked out well. But what's going to happen here is this is going to go down here. The gap will be parallel all the way down. And then the other side, which also has been ground down, will fit on the outside. Just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plumb the vertical portion, and then I'm going to take my level and make sure that the 2 sides are level all the way across. Otherwise, you're going to have problems with the sliding doors. Alright, so I'm going to take my level and make sure that the rail is plumb. Okay, so that is plumb right there. Alright, so you can see the pencil mark, so it'll be there. And then you see a mark down the middle for the rail, just to make it easier to see because silicone will be on the back side. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to silicone down the bottom rail. So there is an area here, and I'll probably put a big bead of silicone just on the inside here as well. And I'm going to throw this into place, line up my 2 marks here and here. Alright, with the rail all siliconed up. Put it into position, and like I say with everything else, move it back and forth. Okay, so I'm going to put this right rail in as well as the left rail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to silicone the back side. I'm going to put the rail into place. I'm going to tap it into place. And then I'm going to put my block here on the inside. I'm going to put a block on the other side. And then I'm also going to put a block here, a block on the other side, and then I'm going to use my trigger clamps to push out the side rails towards the side of the shower stall. When putting the bead of silicone, I like to do an S pattern and then fill the opposite sides with just the blob of silicone. You can do it however you want, but remember that all the silicone that squeezes out, you're going to have to wipe up, so try not to make a mess out of it. More is better, but there is a limitation to how much you want to put. Okay, I was hoping to get both sides up at the same time, but I got the right one, not the left one. I ran into issues trying to do this, but the right side is up, so I'm going to do the same thing with the left side. I've let the right side set up for about an hour and a half now, so that should be fine. The left side is warped with the wall, so I'm going to leave it overnight, and then we'll come back when it's time to put the doors in. Okay, so the shower doors are going to be installed, so this needs to be cut down. I'm going to go ahead with the grinder, cut it down, and all this design does, this just sits on top here. Okay, so these are the shower doors that are reinstalled. So they're siliconed up to the wall, and then the top rail here just sits on the top here. Now with this retrofit, I had to actually cut the very tops down because I didn't realize that the bottom doesn't go all the way in like it did before because it's a different shape than the previous. But by reusing these doors, we probably saved around $1,000. Guys, that's your quick tip of the week.